Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, Judge.
Good afternoon, Judge.
All right, we're ready to start.
I'm ready, Judge.
All right. State here my ASGs.
Yes, Your Honor. How you doing today?
How are you?
Good, thank you.
Hello, Your Honor. Kirk Cheney for the state.
Okay, good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Person who's Ryan Fitch, please mute yourself. All right, we'll go ahead. Sorry. How are you?
Who we starting with?
Position number 1, please, Mr. Ball. And position number 7 should be Mr. Matthews. He bonded out. He got released.
Okay.
It's Matthew. Cool.
All right.
No, I'm sorry. That's the wrong position. I do apologize. But we can start with position 1. I told you all the wrong name. I'm sorry. But someone did get bonded out. I'll let you know after we get through with this case, Judge.
Okay, thank you.
It was
All right, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is Judge Regina Mincy, and we're going to begin the Fulton County State Court Expedited Accusations calendar. This is a calendar for cases in which individuals have been recently arrested and charged with certain misdemeanor offenses. Soon after their arrest, the Fulton County Solicitor General's office has already accused the cases of the offenses brought against them, and these cases have been bound over to the State Court of Fulton County. Nevertheless, this will usually be the defendant's initial appearance before a state court judge in some instances, but we are going to address several matters, including bond, possible arraignment, or consideration of a possible plea offer if one has been made by the state at this juncture. I will also be providing you with a reset date for arraignment, and that date is what, Mr. Jordan?
The arraignment days is reset further notice. The SAP will be May the 5th,
Okay,
2020.
okay, May 5th. All right, SAP is May 5th, 2022. I'm going to begin and advise everyone that this whole entire proceeding is being recorded as well as live streamed on YouTube. Govern yourselves accordingly. I want to let the defendants know that you do have a right to remain silent. I want you to remember that anything that you state about the facts, occurrences, or the circumstances of your case can and will be held against you. So please listen to your attorney, your counsel, and do not make statements that may be against your interest. All right, we're starting with position number 1. Is that Cameron Ball?
Yes.
All right, this is case number 22 CR 0024007A. You're charged with 1 count of driving while license suspended or revoked. That offense date is April the 21st, 2022. Pre-trial?
I got first arrest.
All right, is this your case, Mr. Cheney?
Yes, Your Honor. There's really no factual scenario that is beyond the warrant. Basically, the defendant was pulled over, license was pulled, and it came back suspended. We would recommend a $1,500 surety bond. No driving until DDS reinstates the license. No weapons, drugs, or alcohol. No new violations of Georgia law. That is our case, Your Honor.
All right, and Ms. Gant?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Thank you. I am requesting a signature bond on Mr. Ball's behalf. He is recommended through the jail. Mr. Ball denies the allegations. He was unaware that his license was suspended, Your Honor. He states that this stems from a ticket and that he believed that he had taken care of it, but that I guess the financials to support that are not documented. Mr. Ball is 32 years old. He has been in the Atlanta area since November. He's been in the Atlanta area for 3.5 years. He has family here, including a cousin. He completed high school along with 3 years of college. He majored in pre-pharmacy, and he is contemplating returning at some point in the future. Your Honor, at this time, Mr. Ball is a full-time Uber and Lyft driver. Therefore, he relies heavily on the ability to drive. He has been doing this since March of 2020 when COVID began. He does not have the means to pay any bond right now. And given that he is recommended and his lack of history, I am recommending a signature bond so that he can get out and take care of this matter so that he can get back to work. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. I'm going to order the $1,500 signature bond through the jail. Going to order no drugs, alcohol, or weapons while on bond. And of course, no driving, Mr. Ball, until you have a valid driver's license issued by DDS or Georgia Driver Services. So no driving since you don't have a license at the moment. No drugs, alcohol, or weapons while on bond. All right. That should conclude this case.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Position number 4 is next, please.
Okay. Say that last name again.
H-E-R-E-B like boy, I-A.
This is case number 22 CR 002417H, and you're charged with 1 count of simple battery family violence with the offense date of April 21st, 2022. You have anything pretrial?
First arrest.
All right, Mr. Cheney.
Your Honor, our bond recommendation in this case would be a $2,000 surety bond. No violent contact with victim, no weapons, no drugs or alcohol, no new violations of Georgia law. The brief scenario of the fact scenario, the victim came home inebriated. He refused to leave. The argument ensued between the victim and the defendant. The defendant slapped and pushed victim, no visible injuries. Victim complained to officer at the scene about injuries to his face. Victim was contacted. He was somewhat belligerent, but he did state he had been with the defendant for 2 years in a relationship. He is not fearful, and he does want contact. This occurred on 675 Linwood Avenue, Northeast, April 21st. And as I said, standard bond is for simple battery family violence is $2,000 surety. That is our case, Your Honor.
Okay, are you requesting a stay away from the incident location?
I'm just saying no violent contact with victim because the victim was very adamant. I believe he's on the line about wanting her to come back home.
Okay, what is
I'll
our,
leave that in the court's discretion.
okay, and the victim's name again?
He is Mr. Ryan Fitch. I believe he's on the line.
Okay, Mr. Fitch.
He never activated his audio check.
Okay, I see the name there. Mr. Fitch, can you hear us? Mr. Fitch. Oh, there we go. Can you hear us, Mr. Fitch? We cannot
He doesn't
hear
have his
you.
audio activated, Judge.
You didn't select to activate audio when you signed on. That is why we cannot hear you. You would have to sign back out and come back in and select your audio. I'm going to go ahead and move forward because Mr. Fitch, I imagine, I guess he can't hear us either, correct? Mr. Jordan?
He should be able to hear us, Judge. He just.
Oh, he
not
can
activated
hear
his
us.
audio.
Okay. Mr. Fitch, I'm going to move forward in the essence of time. And let's see if he's coming back on. Now he's connecting to audio. Mr. Fitch, can you hear us now?
Yeah, yes, I can. I'm sorry. It's not as self-explanatory as I thought, but yes.
Can you
I
turn
can
on your
hear now.
camera? Do you see the start video?
Yes, I just got the prompt for it, yes.
There you go. All right, do you wish to address the court today on this case?
Yeah, I want this girl
Okay,
to
hold on
be
a
out of
second.
there
Hold on a
as soon as
second.
possible.
Hold on a second. Raise your right hand for me. Do you affirm that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury?
Absolutely.
All right, and what would you like to tell me about this incident?
This is just way overdone here. She needs to be out. I'm not pressing any charges. I never got asked a question. For the record, I didn't get asked a single question. And then they just arrested her. And that's what happened. And then that needs to, nothing happened. And yeah.
Nothing happened?
I mean, the arrest was made and they didn't ask me a question. I had my ID out sitting on a bench waiting for like my turn and it didn't even happen. They just arrested my girlfriend, took her to jail. She needs to be released immediately.
All right, did you have an argument?
We had an argument, yes, like many adults have arguments.
Okay, well, someone called the police.
It wasn't my phone.
Well, it could have been neighbors that heard the argument. Are you in fear? Are you in fear of Miss
No,
Rebia?
no,
I'm sorry if I'm
absolutely not.
mispronouncing her name.
Absolutely not.
All right. And I'm assuming, is this the first time that you all have had such an incident?
Why would you, what's it, what? You're
Is this
assuming
the
that?
first time that you've had such an incident like this?
Yes, an incident like this, yes, absolutely. This is totally, like, I've never seen anything like this more for my life.
And the two of you reside at the 675 Linwood Avenue Northeast?
Yes.
Whose name is on the lease?
Haley's?
I'm sorry,
Haley's, not
Okay.
mine.
not yours, just hers?
Yep, I just came back to town,
I'm sorry, you just came back to
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Yep.
And the two of you have been residing together there for how long?
Like a month. Month.
All right, I'm going to make my ruling.
Your Honor,
I'm sorry, I have not heard from her counsel. I apologize. Ms. Gant, please proceed.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor. Miss Haley Arabia is 27 years old. She has been in the Atlanta, Georgia area for 5 years. She has family here, including her boyfriend and her mom. Your Honor, we are opposed to the stay away at 676 Linwood Avenue Northeast. Ms. Harabia advises me that that is in fact her apartment. She is the leaseholder. Ms. Harabia completed high school. She also is currently a junior at Georgia State, where she's studying English, and she hopes to one day be a copywriter. Your Honor, she's currently employed as a bartender. She has been in that position, or has been bartending for the past 6 years, and she has served in her current job for the past 1 year. Your Honor, she denies the allegations, and to answer your question, she in fact called the police. She states that things were escalating out of hand, and that she was afraid. She called the police. We, again, are denying the allegations as written in the warrant. My client does not have any history whatsoever. I am requesting a signature bond on Ms. Harabia's behalf. We are unopposed to the no violent contact order. We ask that you not initiate or advise or order a stay away. And we do not have any objections to the restrictions on no drugs, alcohol, or weapons. Thank you, Your Honor. And Your Honor, if I may, she is recommended for a signature bond through pretrial.
All right, I am going to order a signature bond for $2,000 through pretrial. I'm going to order that there be no drugs, alcohol, or weapons while on bond. I'm going to order the one-day anger awareness course. I'm going to order no further violent contact with the victim, Ryan Fitch. And I believe that's all. Is there anything else I need to take up from either counsel?
Nothing from the defense, Your Honor.
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
All right, that's the ruling of the court. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
3 is next, please, Judge.
All right, Mr. Fitch, you may sign off unless you just want to stay on. This is position 3.
Yes, Judge.
All right. Is it Miss Elor or Elor?
Yes, it's Miss Elor.
All right. This is case number 22 CR 002416G. You're charged with 1 count of DUI, driving under the influence of alcohol is safe, and also driving following too close, both with the offense date of April 21st, 2022. Do you have anything pre-trial?
It's a 5th arrest. Last was September 2021 for DUI, 2018 DUI obstruction. That was out of Brookhaven. Suspended license conviction, 2017, City of Decatur. 2017, possession of cocaine and marijuana and suspended license. The cocaine was dismissed. The marijuana was a conviction. That's it.
All right, Mr. Cheney.
Your Honor, this case involved a traffic stop on Holcomb Bridge Road in Roswell. It's a DUI less safe citation. Odor did smell alcohol, established probable cause for arrest. Our recommendation is a $3,500 surety bond based on her driving history, which also includes 3 failure to appears, 1 resulting in a license suspension in 2017, 1 following too closely, no weapons, no drugs and alcohol. Excuse me. This case actually involves 2 charges. 1 is following too closely. So the bond would actually be, our recommendation would be a $3,500 total bond, 3,000 surety for the DUI, 500 signature for the following too close. No drugs, alcohol, no weapons, no new violations of Georgia law. Normally, our DUI recommendations for bond without a previous conviction are 3,000, but this, because of the failure to appear, I think that she it should be a surety bond, and it should be a little higher, so we can secure her presence in court. That is our case, Your Honor.
Right, thank you. Ms. Gant?
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Nadia Elor is 24 years old. She has been in the Atlanta, Georgia area since February 2021. She has her mom here along with her 7-year-old daughter. She is the primary caretaker, and she is not receiving any child support, as she informs me that the father of her child has been deported from the United States. Ms. Elor completed high school. She also went on to cosmetology school. She aspires to be an esthetician. However, she has been unable to secure employment in that field. She has also been unemployed since September of 2021. Therefore, she does not have the means to pay any bond right now, Your Honor. I acknowledge my client's history. However, she denies the allegations, and I would just bring your attention to the warrant, Your Honor. She states that she did not make any statements to the police. She states that she was cooperative, and we see that she did participate in the breathalyzer test, Your Honor. She states that she was tired and she was heading home, and her car stopped abruptly in front of her. Again, Your Honor, I am requesting a signature bond on Ms. Elor's behalf, and if Your Honor determines that she is ineligible, then I would ask for the lowest bond possible. We are unopposed to the $500 signature bond, but would ask for the lowest bond possible for the DUI, Your Honor. And she has community ties, Your Honor, and therefore the latest FTA was 2017. That's about 5-6 years ago. So we believe that is remote, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay. All right, I'm going to order a surety bond in the amount of $3,500, $3,000 on the DUI, $500 on following too close. No drugs, alcohol, or weapons while on bond. And also, no driving unless going to work, school, or doctors, medical care, or to see your attorney.
And
Otherwise-
Your Honor, for clarity, are you ordering a $500 surety bond or a signature bond for the driving following too closely?
They're both going to be surety bonds.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
So that's the ruling of the court.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
Position number 6, Mr. Jackson. Next.
This is 22 CR 002409E, Horace Jackson. This is, you're charged with I'm sorry, you are Horace Jackson?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you're charged with 1 count of battery family violence with the offense date of March the 7th, 2022. Retrial.
6 total. Last arrest was November. Hold on, real quick. November for sale of marijuana. Before that was April 2021, battery DV, cruelty in the third. That's open in state court, 21 CR 001915E. Has an open possession of marijuana with intent and loitering, 21 CP 204518. Hold on, 3, 4, 5. This is 4th adult arrest. The first 2 are juvie. That's it.
All right. Mr. Cheney.
Your Honor, this is battery family violence. Parties began a verbal argument. At some point, the defendant knocked the baby bottle out of the victim's hand, hit her in the face with a closed fist. There were visible injuries. The victim had a busted lip and a knot on her forehead. The pretrial states the previous arrest. There are some theft cases that I don't think are relevant. What I do think is relevant is even though it's not a conviction, is the open battery family violence from last year in Fulton County. I was unable to secure the facts of that and see if it was the same victim. The bond recommendation in this case, because of the open case, would be $4,000 surety bond. No contact with the victim. Stay away from 178 Maury Avenue for the court reporter, Moury Avenue, apartment 3632, Atlanta. Conditions would be no contact with the victim. As I said, stay away from that residence. No weapons, drugs, or alcohol. No new violations of Georgia law. That is our case, Your Honor.
What is the victim's name?
The victim's name is, sorry, Your Honor, I lost my place. Kaylin Walker, Kaylyn, as it's spelled on the warrant. Walker, normal spelling.
Okay. All right, Ms. Kim.
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. Jackson is 21 years old, and he has been here in Georgia ever since he was 1 year old. He resides with Miss Walker Kaylin. They have one baby together who is 15 months, and he's the one who provides financially. So he has been working at temporary service, doing traffic stop for the last 3 months, and he really wants to keep his job. This happened on March 7, 2022, and ever since then they have been there was enough cooling time of they are doing fine, and Miss complaining witness is not afraid of Mr. Jackson, and they are living together, and we would like to request for no further violence contact, Your Honor. And he is wanting to complete his GED, and he's working on it. He after 11th grade, 12th grade, he got into trouble, so he couldn't finish, but he wants to complete that part. And we would like to request for a signature bond, otherwise a maximum $1,000 surety bond, Your Honor. Thank you.
And Your Honor, for the record, we tried to contact the victim, left a message, but did not get a return call. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, I'm going to order a $4,000 surety bond. I'm going to order no drugs, alcohol, or weapons while on bond. I'm going to order no further contact, or no further violent contact with the victim, Kaylin Walker. I do realize that my offense date here is March the 7th, and it is now April 22nd. Do we know Ms. Kim, whose name is on the lease there?
That I do not know, Your Honor.
I'm going to order that Mr. Jackson, and maybe I'll ask Mr. Jackson. Mr. Jackson, whose name's on the lease there at that apartment?
Hayden.
I'm sorry?
Hayden's name on there.
And your name is not?
No, ma'am.
How long have the two of you been residing there?
like 2 years now. I no longer stay with her though. I got my own spot in Decatur.
Okay. That helps me a great deal. So I'm going to order that there be no further violent contact between you and Kaylin. I understand that you do have a child. And what I'm going to order, if there's going to be any visitation, do you have a third party or someone that can assist with the exchange and visitation of your child safely? Okay, so I'll order the third party visitation person. I'm gonna order for you to stay away from 178 Norrie Avenue, apartment 3632. And I understand you don't reside there, so it shouldn't be difficult for you to stay away. I don't know, do you have any items still at that location?
No, ma'am.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, and no drugs, alcohol, or weapons while on bond. And I think that will conclude my order. Anything else from council?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Position number 10 is next, Judge, please.
Mr. Gabriel, is it Resto?
Yes, Your Honor.
22 CR 002413A. You're charged with 1 count of possession of marijuana less than an ounce with the offense date of April 21st, 2022. Pretrial?
26 total. Last arrest was January 2021 for obstruction. 2019 disorderly conduct, giving false name, misdemeanor obstruction. Failure to appear for theft by conversion, 2019. 2018 probation violation, suspended license. 2017 FTA, suspended license. 2016 giving false name conviction, which is suspended license conviction. He got a lot of driving. 2014 misdemeanor obstruction.
I'm just not gonna help y'all. I'm in court.
Someone's not muted.
2014 misdemeanor obstruction, crossing state county guard lines with drugs, weapons without consent. Those were convictions out of Clayton County. 2014 simple battery, family violence dismissed. That's it.
Okay. All right.
And yeah, history out of South Carolina as well. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Throw that in there.
Is it recent?
Yeah, it was 2020 forgery and misdemeanor possession of marijuana. It doesn't have a disposition.
Okay. All right, Ms. Mitchell.
Yes, Your Honor, in this case, the defendant was picked up on an active warrant for a failure to appear for disorderly conduct when he was found in possession of marijuana less than an ounce. And while in the back of a patrol vehicle, he tried to wedge it under the partition. Your Honor, there's a current bond of $500 surety, and the state's going to request that that bond remain the same, along with no alcohol, drugs, and weapons. Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Kim.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Resto is 38 years old, and if I understood correctly, disorderly conduct was not accused, and only the marijuana charge is accused. So we only have a 1 charge, right? So we would like to request for signature bond because he really wants to get out of the jail to continue his employment at security company. This has been 2 days, and he cannot miss any more work. He has nephew that he's supporting because nobody else is available for that nephew who is 2 years old, and he has completed high school, and his ex-wife was serving in the military, so he was in California and South Carolina. He does not have any other drug or alcohol issues except this one time marijuana. So we would like to request for signature bond, Your Honor. Thank you. I think there was one more. Sorry, I apologize. There was one more at 2020 South Carolina marijuana. That's right.
Okay.
Your Honor, I forgot to mention that the reason we're recommending a surety bond on this one is because the defendant is a flight risk, a major flight risk with 9 failure to appears. The most recent, there were 5 this year, one in 2019, 2017, 2010, and then 2002. So nothing further.
All right, thank you. I will keep the bond as stated at the $500 surety bond. No drugs, alcohol, or weapons while on bond. That's it for this case.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Judge, I have position number 8. Mr. Morris, next, please.
22 CR. Let's see, where is he?
He coming, Judge. You can go ahead. He's coming.
Okay. 22 CR 002411E. And you're Mr. Avery Morris.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you're charged with 1 count of theft by receiving stolen property and a 2nd count of willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer, both with the offense date of April 21st, 2022. Pre-trial.
Hey, you got the history?
Ms. Mitchell,
Yes, I do.
go ahead.
Yeah, my coworker got it because he went to felony, so I don't have it on me.
Okay.
Your Honor, he has an open felony theft and damage to property from this year. He was convicted of theft by receiving stolen property, and criminal trespass in 2019. Actually, that's a no low, but he was also convicted of robbery, aggravated assault, criminal trespass, and burglary in 2008. He also has theft by taking and a theft by shoplifting arrest both in 2017. Your Honor, in this case, the defendant stole clothes, shoes, an amplifier, and an Apple computer, property of Mr. Damian Nguyen, spelled Domion, Nguyen, common spelling, and Miss Chastity Spears, common spelling. They both lived together. But the defendant took their items out of their home. The defendant also willfully obstructed the officer's duties by attempting to flee and refused to comply with the commands of said officers when being detained. Your Honor, there's a current bond of $5,000 surety on this case, and the state's going to request that that bond remain the same, along with no further contact with both victims, Mr. Nguyen and Miss Spear, a stay away from their address at 910 Newtown Circle, Atlanta, Georgia, and no alcohol, drugs, and weapons. Your Honor, we're recommending that based on the conversation our victim advocate was able to have with, I believe, Ms. Spear. She stated that the defendant and they live in the same apartment complex, and when they're not home, the defendant goes into the home and steals their items. He then sells their items to other people in the complex. They've seen other people wearing their shoes. The defendant has also threatened them, and this isn't the first time he's done this. They do not want contact with him. They do not want him around their apartment, and they want their items and monies returned. She did state that she was going to try to be on Zoom. I'm not sure if she is here, but based on that.
I'm here.
Oh, okay. So if Your Honor would like to sound for her.
Okay. Ms. Spear, is it Chastity Spear? Can you turn on your camera?
Okay. Hold on, I gotta figure it out. Okay, I have it on.
Okay. All right, would you like to address the court today?
Yes, ma'am. I actually stay next door to Miss Morrison's sister.
Hold on a second. Let me swear you in real quick.
Okay.
Raise your right hand. Do you affirm that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, go ahead and tell me what you need to about this incident.
I actually stay next door to Mr. Avery's sister. So with that being said, I don't feel safe because I have a 16-year-old, and when the apartment is telling us, oh, he's selling y'all stuff, he actually approached my 16-year-old with a sawed-off shotgun to say, tell your mama I ain't steal her stuff. So with the no contact, I don't want to be around him at all. I don't want to, I'm in the process of moving away from his sister because I don't want nobody to get hurt. And this is not the first time. This has happened 3 times.
Wow.
So it's like the apartments is fixing on my apartment. I stay next door to his sister. I'm not sure. He went through the window. I have the pictures. The neighbors 2 doors down have I have TVs that they took. They got my TVs. They will not give them back because they said they gave him money and we need to pay them for it.
All right, hold on. No. No, you cannot speak right now. It would be against your interest to speak, so please do not. Ms. Spear, are you in fear, obviously, of this happening again? Mr. Morris?
Yes, ma'am. And my children walk freely while I'm at work daily to go back and forth to school, and I don't want them to get hurt because somebody being crazy.
Okay.
Because he does not stay with Miss Morrison. He does not stay with her, but he's around apartments and empty apartments, and
Mm-hmm.
my address is it's 420 Thomasville Boulevard. My mom stays on the other side. So he was actually trying to sell my things to my brother at the bus stop. And my brother called and told me, you need to call the police and come up here. He has Breage's school tablet, Caden's school tablet, and he's trying to sell y'all clothes. So that's how I knew he had went in the apartment again. But the rent office is well aware. She knows who it is. She knows how many times it's been done.
So the apartment that he is accused of stealing from is what location?
It's 420 Thomasville Boulevard, apartment 126. I stay directly next door to his sister. His sister apartment is 125.
And it's Thomasville
Boulevard. Yes, ma'am. It's the same apartments. It's just like 2 sides of the apartments.
Correct. So 910 maybe the rental office are on the other side.
Office because he was at the bus stop when we made him stand there.
Gotcha. All right. Who's representing Mr. Morris?
Your Honor, this is complicated actually, and we don't have any conflict attorney today, Your Honor.
Oh. Mr. Morris?
Yeah.
They don't have a conflict attorney to represent you today. If you want to go forward, you would have to represent yourself. Or I can reset you until Monday. I'm sorry, tomorrow. Saturday.
I'll be representing myself.
I'm sorry?
I'm representing myself, man.
You're gonna represent yourself. You better tread light and be very careful. Because the state is here and they're listening.
Yes, and the state would like to add that based on the victim's testimony, there's a chance that we will be upgrading this to a felony in case he wants to wait on an attorney.
Yeah, I think, Mr. Morris, you probably need to wait for an attorney.
He has to go to felony court anyway, Judge.
Yeah. So we're going to reset this, Mr. Jordan, until tomorrow or Monday.
I want to go forward today.
We can reset it till tomorrow, Judge. Dennis Murphy's gonna be here tomorrow.
Oh, he will? Good. All right, there will be an attorney here for you tomorrow. Because you need to get some sound legal advice because it could greatly impact you. So I just want you to get proper advice. Don't want you to say anything here today that could hurt your case and be against your interest. So your case will be reset till tomorrow, April 23rd. And the conflict defender will speak with you regarding your case by tomorrow, okay?
Man, I don't have no shotgun.
I'm sorry?
I don't have no shotgun. I don't have no gun.
I understand, but we're going to get you some representation for tomorrow, and the conflict defender will be here. All right.
Gotta go near them, okay? Judge, I have position number 2 is next, please. Mr. Carr.
Your Honor, this is also conflict as well. I put the chat, I put the positions for the conflict 2, 5, 8, 9, 11. Those are conflicts, and we don't have a conflict attorneys for all of them.
That's a lot.
Yes, Your Honor. They are open cases. Most
So I
of
guess
them-
I'll call those cases, but quite a bit of them and no representation. So let's see where we go. We're on position 2. Is that correct, Mr. Carr?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, this is case number 22 CR 002408Y. You're charged with 1 count of battery family violence with the offense date of April the 19th, 2022. And we have a problem here. The conflict defender will not be here until tomorrow. And so we would like to reset the case for you to be represented and to have that proper representation and hear your case tomorrow. All right. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I don't believe it's very wise to go forward unrepresented.
Okay.
All right, so we'll reset your case till tomorrow. All right,
No, I want to move forward.
there are consequences to representing yourself, Mr. Carr. There are serious consequences to representing yourself.
Okay, yes.
I think it would be wiser for you to wait till the conflict defender can represent you tomorrow. Okay?
Okay,
Okay. All right, we'll see you tomorrow.
okay.
Okay.
Next, we have position 5, Mr. Hunt.
Oh, you wanna?
Okay. Mr. Is it Keenan Hunt?
Yeah.
Case number 22 CR 002418C. You're charged with 1 count of criminal trespass, family violence with the offense date of April the 19th, 2022. I'm going to give you the same speech, and that is that there's no conflict defender here to represent you today, but they will be here tomorrow. We've confirmed that. And I suggest that you possibly wait till tomorrow instead of representing yourself and making statements that could be against your interest that would hurt your case.
No, ma'am. I'll take care today. I'm fine.
You're fine with representing yourself today?
Of course, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All
Absolutely.
right. Pre-trial, what do you have?
Last arrest was March 2021, theft by taking. It's open. As an open ag assault, family violence, 19 SC 166515. Hold on. 2012 probation violation, 2012 failure to appear, 2010 violate family violence order. That was a 2010 conviction. 2010 battery DV, NOLO. As far as, that's the Georgia history. Had a 07 assault on a family member out of Virginia conviction. I see a couple of more 07s. Same thing. 2014. It says personal property sale / move when lien, something like that. That was a conviction. That's it.
How many total?
I don't know. I didn't count them because the Virginia history would be all bunched up together. So I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, now the Georgia history, he has 17 here, so he got 20 plus
Okay.
at least.
All right, Mr. Cheney.
Yes, Your Honor. Briefly, the facts of this case, they got into an argument, the defendant and the victim. Defendant damaged the cell phone and the vehicle of the victim, which he knew personally. The victim has not responded to our calls. Our recommendation, because of the failure to appear, the lack of ties to the community, as can be seen by his criminal history, voluminous criminal history in Virginia, and the previous family violence battery, would be a $2,500 surety bond. Stay away from the victim is Nicea Pounds. It's spelled Nicaea, common spelling for pounds. Also, with that surety bond, we would request no alcohol or drugs, no weapons. Basically, as we said, stay away from the victim. The incident location is 3200 Stone Road, Southwest Atlanta. And that's the address on the warrant, but I was unable to, maybe some other officer of the court can tell the court where the address of the victim is, because I don't have it. But that is basically our case. Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay.
Ready, Your Honor.
All right. Tell me this, Mr. Hunt, how old are you?
All right, I'm 39 years old, ma'am. We have a
How long
shared.
have you been in Atlanta?
I'm sorry, I've been here since 2000. I'm sorry. I've been at this time since I came back from college in 2005. I was raised here from 1991 to 2001. I went to college at Liberty University. Yes, ma'am.
What type of work do you do?
I am a forklift operations and repair forklift for Duracell. Yes, ma'am. Done that for the last 6 years now.
Okay, and
Our apartment is shared, Your Honor. We've had that shared apartment for the last 4 years. We both were arguing, both our phones got broken in the argument. It was an accident. And I have no problem with, I don't want any bonds, Your Honor. I want to take care of this today. I am guilty. I apologize to the court and Ms. Nakaya Pounds, and I've already spoken to her about that. We have had arguments before in the past, and we've walked away from them before, you know. But we've had an incident where we just both got upset with each other, and it was time to walk away. And I do apologize to the court for that. I want to take care of it today. Yes, ma'am. Probation. I'm offering, Your Honor, I would like to have a year's probation and to pay back her phone. I'm actually her mechanic as well, her master mechanic. I built 4 cars for us. And that day I just got angry. We were arguing and I slammed the hood. I forgot the hood pins were up, and I apologize for that too. And it's gonna get fixed as well. I would like to pay back the
okay, hold on a second. I'm gonna try to help you just a little bit.
Thank you.
So who resides at 3200 Stone Road?
Ma'am, say it again.
Who resides at 3200 Stone Road?
Myself, herself, and I have a 13-year-old son.
And is it a lease or a purchase?
Please. Yes, ma'am.
Is it being leased or purchased?
Lease, Your Honor.
And whose name is on the lease?
Both of us.
How long have you all resided there?
4 years, ma'am.
Okay.
A little over 4 years to the date.
Gone.
Okay, do you have somewhere else to go live?
Ma'am, I resided there for the last 4 years, but I can find somewhere else to go. Yes, ma'am. I have a mother, I have a grandmother. I can go somewhere else. Yes, ma'am.
Bye.
No problem.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to order a $2,000 surety bond. I'm going to order a stay away from the victim. Is her last name Pounds, or did I write that incorrect?
Yes, we did, not Nakaya Pounds.
All right, so I want you to stay away from her for right now while you're on bond. You go back around her in any manner, no text, no phone, no internet, nothing, no email. Don't contact her through other third parties. No contact whatsoever. If you do, you can be rearrested. So that's no further contact with her. To stay away from 3200 Stone Road Southwest. No drugs, alcohol, or weapons while you're on bond. And I guess that is it, unless council tells me there's anything else that I've left out.
Question, ma'am. I'm sorry, I apologize. More question. I don't have $2,000 to pay any bond. That's why I want to take care of it today. I apologize again. I just want to take care of this today. I cannot make a bond. Is there a court date coming up so I can make the court date? I don't lose my job.
Now, your court date will be, this will be May 5th. Is that right, Mr. Jordan? Uh-oh, I think he walked away.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Okay, it'll be May 5th.
That's correct, Judge.
But if you go through a bonding company, it's 10 to 15% of that.
Yeah, I understand, Your Honor. I was upset to the court too. To be honest with you, I don't have any money. All money to the department we're tied in. So I can't make a dollar bond. That's what I was trying to take care of today. And I do.
No, I can't do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't go that low with it because of your significant history. And so there's a stay away, no further contact. Do you need a one-time police escort to return to get any personal belongings?
That was the discussion we had with the other day that it happened on the day in question on the 19th. And that's not an issue. Again, if you can't do
So
anything.
the answer is yes or no. Do you need a police escort to return for items?
Yes, of course.
You do?
That's the truth. Yes, we've talked about it already. Yes. I talked to the detectives and defense. Yes.
Okay, well, you haven't spoken to me, so that's why I'm asking. So I'm going to order a one-time police escort. Law enforcement, you cannot go back by yourself or else you can be arrested. So one-time law enforcement escort to return to the incident location to retrieve any of your personal items.
After the court date.
All right, that should conclude this matter.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Position number 11 is next, please, Judge.
Okay.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Mr. Villegas Mancilla.
Yes.
This is case number 22 CR 002414E. And again, you are one of the cases where we do not have a conflict defender for you today. We will have one here tomorrow. So do you want to wait till tomorrow to have representation, which is what I suggest?
Yeah, is there any way I'll possibly get an SOB for that? Or,
Oh, I'd have to hear the case to determine that, but I'm not sure yet. I would have to listen to the facts. I'd have to listen to your history and get some information from you.
And Your Honor, there's a current bond of 2,500 surety on that, and the state's gonna be requesting it remain that way.
Okay,
So it won't be a signature bond.
okay. So it will probably not be a signature bond. So you want to wait for representation tomorrow?
yeah, is there still any way like I could get bonded out, you said?
Well, unless you bond out tonight, you already have a bond of 2,500.
Okay,
We're gonna keep that 2,500 surety bond in place.
all right.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Let's reset him for tomorrow anyway, just to be on the safe side. And I see in the chat, is there a witness on the line for one of these cases? Is that what you're telling me, Ms. Kim? We've got a witness on for one of the cases that I
No,
need?
Your Honor, those victims that state refers, we refer as a complaining witnesses. They have open cases, that's why we have conflicts.
Oh, okay. You were just telling me, okay. I'm sorry, I misunderstood what you were saying. And it appears we have a message. And I don't know, do we have that case on the calendar?
What case?
You mean the
Marshall
Marshall
Casey?
Casey? No, Your Honor,
I don't see that on my calendar.
I don't either, Your Honor.
It wasn't on the calendar, Judge. It may have been.
Okay. All right, who do we have next, Deputy?
I think number 9 next.
I have 9 and 7 left. Are those the two you have left, Mr. Jordan?
Yes, Judge.
Oh. Yeah.
Unless they bonded out.
They may be at the something. I'll give them a call.
Hey, y'all done? Hey, tell South Index to hop on, please.
Mute yourself.
Okay, looks like I have Victor, okay. On the line for
Position 9.
Mhm.
Ms. Goldwyn, have a seat. I'm on.
Hi, Deputy, who do we have?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Before you is position number. One second. Position number 4, I'm sorry, number 9, Ms. Norwood.
Okay. This is case number 22 CR 002412H. Janika Norwood, you charged with 1 count of harassing communications. Offense date April 13, 2021. Pre-trial, do you have anything?
It's a 4th arrest. Last was last month. Felony terrorist threats. Criminal damage to property. 1st degree ag stalking. Another criminal damage to property and simple battery. Shot a 2011 reckless conduct that was dismissed. So the criminal damage and ag stalking is 22 CP 207768. The other criminal damage and simple battery is 22 CP 207769.
Okay. Ms. Mitchell?
Your Honor, I believe, does this defendant have an attorney? According to the chat,
This is 9.
she's a no.
Oh,
conflict.
well,
Then
9 is on the list, isn't it?
Yeah, she's waiting on the no conflict.
All right, Miss Norwood, we have the victim here, but we don't have an attorney to represent you today. The conflict defender will not be here until tomorrow. And I don't always recommend going forward without counsel because you can easily make statements against your interest that may not help your case, but may hurt your case. So you have that option to go forward without counsel, which I do not recommend, but we will have someone here tomorrow. So what would you like to do?
I'll wait till tomorrow.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll come back tomorrow, Ms. Taylor. At the same time. Okay.
Next is before you, Your Honor, is Ms. Matthews, position number 7.
Okay. This is 22 CR 0024110F. And it's, is it Mariana Matthews?
Yes, ma'am.
You're charged at one count of willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer and a second count of reckless conduct with the offense date of 4/21/2022. You have anything pretrial?
First arrest, resident of Anniston, Alabama. This was SOB jail.
Okay. All right, Ms. Mitchell.
Yes, Your Honor, there's a current bond of $8,000 surety on this case. 3,000 as to the first count and 5,000 as to the second count. And the state's gonna request that that bond be reduced as follows. As to count one, it'll be $1,000 surety. Count two, $3,000 surety, totaling $4,000 surety bond. A parenting class, social worker visit, so that they can come up with a defects plan, and no alcohol, drugs, and weapons. Your Honor, in this case, the defendant left her 2-year-old son, named KT, in the warrant, in her vehicle by himself while she was inside the Walmart working. The child was found walking around the parking lot with no shoes on and needed a new diaper because he sold his pants. A woman sitting in her car saw the child walking around her car and brought him into the store. He wasn't old enough to talk or use the restroom. The employees put the child in a new diaper. The employees made an announcement in the store to see if the child belonged to anyone inside before the defendant arrived to get her child. The defendant stated her sister was supposed to be watching him in the car, and lied to the officer several times because she later admitted to the officer and told the truth, stating that the sister was not real, she made her up, and that she did leave the child in the car while she was inside working. So based on that, we're recommending the $4,000 surety bond. Nothing further.
All right, Ms. Kim.
Yes, Your Honor. Miss Matthew is 20 years old, and actually she resides in Alabama, and she has been here in Georgia for 1 week. She has been working as a traveling company for to remodel different Walmart in nationwide. So she travels quite a bit, and 2 years old KT, currently grandmother is taking care of him, and she is the oldest daughter of the whole family, and she does not have parents, and she is sole provider for 2 years old, and there's nobody else to help her, no child support, no father figure, and her siblings are 2 years old, 14 years old, 15 years old, and she really needs to get signature bond for her to continue with her job. She wants to get back to GED because she is only 2 to 5 credit short from getting a graduate from high school, and there's no other issues. Please, we request for signature bond.
All right. And Ms. Mitchell, she has no history in Alabama.
Not that we have, Your Honor. Didn't see any Alabama history.
I'm going to order a $4,000 signature bond through the jail. That will be $1,000 on the first charge, the obstruction, and $3,000 on the reckless conduct, for a total of $4,000 SOB jail. We're going to order a parenting class, and order social worker visit to work with her to find ample child care. No drugs, alcohol, or weapons while on bond except for prescriptions that may be prescribed by a physician. And
you.
I think that's all I need to take up. Is there anything else?
No,
No,
Your
no.
Honor. Thank you very much.
All right, good luck to you, Ms. Matthews.
Thank you.
Mhm.
All right, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right.
Everybody have a good evening.
You too. Have a good one.
Bye. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Judge, on position 16. I'm sorry, not position 16. We only have 16 positions.
Um,
Let's see. Position 6. Was that no further contact or no further violent contact?
I
since
got
I
no
did,
contact.
yeah, no further contact since I did the stay away.
Oh, Your Honor, I believe it was no further violent contact since incident happened on March 7th. There was a cooling period and they don't live together, Your Honor.
Yeah, I thought you
was
said
no
no further violent contact.
Oh, okay.
But then you said to stay away. That's what I was asking.
Once I changed and added the stay away, since he said he didn't live there.
Yes, Your Honor.
I think I also have third party
You did.
intervention. So, I'll do no further violent contact.
Thank you, Your Honor.
But you wanted the rest of the stay away and the third party to stay in there?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, all set. Position 1 was a $1,500 sign-on bond jail. Position 2 was reset to tomorrow's SCA. Position 3 is a $3,500 surety reset to the SAP calendar. Position 4, 2,000 sign-on bond pretrial. Position 5 was a $2,000 surety reset SAP. Position 6 was a 4,000 surety reset SAP. Position 7 was a total of 4,000 sign-on bond jail. Position 8 is reset to tomorrow's SCA. 9 and 11 are reset to tomorrow's SCA. And position 10 is a $500 surety reset SAP.
All right. Anyone else have anything?
No, Your Honor.
Oh, I will let you all go for the day. And some of you will be back tomorrow and others can enjoy their weekend.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks,
I'll be here
everyone.
tomorrow, Judge.
You'll be sorry.
Happy weekends. Bye-bye.
Bye. Take care.